Hello guys, let's welcome to the new Power BI batch from the online training. This is the 16th batch we are conducting. Previously we are conducting all the successful batches from the 1 to 15. There is a lot of students as well as a lot of corporate employees are taken in proxies or interviews or learning the Power BI course from our side. Hello.
Yes.
Hi guys, if you are not audible my voice then you just have to raise your voice, okay?
Okay.
Myself is to be the Chandrasekhar. I have almost 8 years of experience in the IT side. Why there is a lot of people are not joining to the class? Let me damn sure. Okay, leave it. Today the main agenda of we have to start the demo of a Power BI site. What is the most important? Why we need to learn the Power BI tool, and what is the most insight to we have to make into the corporate IT sectors. Okay. Before we going to start the Power BI site, there is a three main important questions will be arising from the lot of people from the previous batches. There is a lot of persons will be raising a three questions. The main important questions is Power BI is a non-coding tool. The second one is to be the what is the forecasting of a Power BI from the next future. The third one, why we need to be learn the Power BI desktop tool apart from the other BI tools. This is the three questions from normally there is a lot of people has to make confusion in their end. I need to be given the clarity before we are going to be starting the Power BI demo session. The first thing is why we need to be learn the Power BI desktop tool. If we observe in the business intelligence tools, there is a lot of tools will be available. Power BI, Tableau, Looker, ClickView, and SAP, Oracle. There is a multiple tools will be there. But why we need to be selecting the BI tool means the user interface. Mainly, we have to look into the user interface. Apart from the other business intelligence tool, the Power BI desktop one of the most attractive and most user interface tool. We can have to be analyzing the data from the large amount of data from the different sources, as well as we need to be developing the each and every reports with the more interactively to the end to end customers. Any fresher, any from the learning point to the any middle point of a person, they are easily learn the BI tool without any support, without any of other any resources. They can have to be the understanding the each and every part in the BI tool. That's why it is to be first in the other BI tool as compared to the Tableau, Looker, and ClickView and remaining tool. The second tool is BI tool is a non-coding tool or not. There is a lot of persons they are believing that business intelligence tool is a non-coding tool, but in IT corporate side as a BI developer, that's the question is wrong. Power BI is a coding tool, but the coding is to be slightly different from the other languages as compared to the C Sharp, Java, Python, R script, maybe other any other languages. It is slightly different, but very easy to learn this language. If we have to be learn this language, we can have to be develop the each and every part, each and every track coding part in the busy in the BI tool. Okay. The third question, just one second. Ha guys. The third question is what is the forecasting of your future in the Power BI? That means what is the scope in the next few years in the business intelligence tool? In the business intelligence, the Power BI is today is the leading business intelligence is tool. Today is the Power BI is a leading tool as compared to the other BI tools. Why? Because this is randomly daily. It will be developing to the end to end. It will be the give the more insight to the business purpose, more insight to the any organization level. That's why the future also the Power BI desktop will be leading. As you seen my screen here, first page. Here there is a lot of things will be appearing. There is a lot of business intelligence will be there. Is a lot of things you can have to be seen. Some of the formulas, some of the raw data, some of the data mining, some of the graphical analysis, some of the new, some of them has to be available. Before we going to be start into the Power BI, we need to be know about the what is the business intelligence. Okay, we can look into the slide from the next thing. Next time. We need to be learn about the business intelligence. What is the business intelligence tool? Business intelligence is to be nothing but, for example, we are developing or we are started a one new organization, or maybe we have a 10 schools. We are conducting a
Hello.
one. Hello.
General, bro, sorry the disturbance.
Mhm.
Can you please slowly?
Oh, okay, okay. No, so your side is a lot of
Yeah,
lot of hello,
lot of.
lot of noise will be
Hello,
coming from your end or any other guys. Okay, I will be
not my side.
okay, okay.
Uh,
Will be go slowly
uh,
now. Okay, thank you.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank
First of all, before we need to learn about the Power BI desktop, first we need to learn about the business intelligence tool. There should be a lot of BI tools will be there. In before I am telling that Power BI, Tableau, Looker, ClickView, and SAP, Oracle, and SAP. These are the BI tools from today's generation. In this, apart from the BI tools, we need to know why the business intelligence tool is to be useful to the any organization. The main aim, the main goal of this business intelligence is to be, we have a raw data, we have it some thousands, we have started an organization. For example, we started there is a lot of schools will be there. In that particular schools, from Narayana Chaitanya colleges will be there. In a particular organization like Narayana, there should be a lot of thousands, lakhs of data will be there. Based on this data, we need to be the analyzing the growth of a particular schools of a particular organization, if it will be increasing their growth or maybe it will be what is the status, it is to be the developing or it will be not developing. Based on this thing, we have to be make the raw data into the information. Okay, that information into the knowledge, that knowledge into the plans. That plans means nothing but the graphical representation. Based on the data, we need to be the represent a graphical representation. In that, based on the graphical representation, the user must have to be understand if we need to be the apply any changes, or we need to be the develop any branches, or we need to be the forecasting from the future purpose, what are the plans we need to be them taken. In such a scenarios, based on the business plan, we need a tools. In that business intelligence tool like Power BI, Tableau, Looker, ClickView, these are the BI tools. What is the main purpose of these BI tools means, the BI tools all will be taken the data from the multiple sources. There is a thousands of sources will be there. Excel, CSV, SAP HANA, Teradata, Azure Analysis, MongoDB, ODBC, SQL Server, SQL Analysis Server. These are the multiple data sources. We can have to be get the raw data into the Power BI set. Then we can make the data into some transformations and make the transformations into any graphical representation. In that graphical representation, the user must have to be understand the easy to analyze the next situation what we need to be taken from an organization. In such a scenarios, we are using the BI tools. If we compare to the third slide carefully, here we can see this is the 2022 January dashboard. In this dashboard, the Microsoft, while I am my mouse over that cursor, the Microsoft Power BI desktop is today's leading BI tool. From the next Power BI, it is the Tableau, next Click, next is to the Tobacco software, next is the ThoughtSparse. These are all the BI tools. But today's the leading one is to be Power BI desktop. Okay, now we need to be look into the first slide. Okay, if we have to be seen, I have, you can see my mouse cursor on this raw data. What is the business intelligence? Why it will be the entirely useful to the Power BI desktop means we can get the raw data from the different organizations, different sources. In this, based on this raw data, we need to be stored into one data source, one particular database. We ETL means there is a ETL operations will be performed before we can store into the data sources. The ETL means extract, transform, unload. This extract and transform and load, this part is to be not handled by the any BI developer. This part is to be handled by the data team or backend team, or maybe any ETL member team. But we need to be have some limited knowledge of the what is this use of this. Okay. Next one is to be here we can see from the orange color forecasting. Based on the BI tools, we can have to be predict the forecasting. Forecasting is nothing but the feature. For example, we have 2022 June, maybe this is July. We have 2022 July data will be there. Some of the organization. There is a forecasting, one of the best option will be there. Based on the forecasting, we have to predict the next few months from August, September, October, November. We have to predict the next 3 months, maybe next 5 months. What it will be the is there any growth will be happen or any is there not a growth will be happen, like that we can have to predict the future from the next month, few months or few years, few quarters, few days. We can have to predict the future. Here we can predict the future from the customer behavior. Okay, here there is some improve strategy. This is nothing but based on the BI tools, we can have to improve the strategy of an organization. Okay, guys, my voice is audible. Please confirm one.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. If I am going fast, please let me know. I will be slow down.
Okay.
Here we can see a bar graph will be there. This is nothing but from every data, each and every raw data in the Power BI data, we need to be representing a graphical user interface. The main important part as a BI developer, we need to be developed the report. Each and every report into the graphical interface only. The next one is to be the data mining. In the data mining, we are not using the data mining, but we need to know about the data mining user part, how the data will be coming from the backend. The data mining is nothing but we have a large amount of data. For example, there is a lakhs of data will be there. In that data, there is a two ways will be there. We have a structured data will be there, and we have unstructured data will be there. In the large amount of data, we have to be extracting the useful information or needful information for an organization. This nothing but a data mining. From there is some lakhs of data, we need only thousands of data will be needed from our organization. This extraction is nothing but known as a data mining. In this data mining, there is a two parts will be there, structured and unstructured data. Structured data is nothing but the data will be available in the table like relational database model. From each and every columns and rows will be there. But in the unstructured data means, for example, logos, audio files, and also the videos, and maybe any of a links, URL links, HTML links. This is unstructured data. This is the two types of the data mining will be there. Here we can see there is a one poll will be there, like any navigation, like any some cities to another cities, like we can see here. This will be the describing based on the business intelligence tool. We can have to be the navigating from, okay, if the organization will be running smoothly, then we can go to this navigation, or we can have to be facing any issue, then what we need to be there, make changes to resolving that issue. It will be guide you to make your overcome of that issue. It will be the guide you to make overcome of that issue. It will be given using the business intelligence tool. The first slide is to be entirely defined by the BI, business intelligence tool. The second one is nothing but what is the business intelligence. Business intelligence is take the raw data, convert the raw data into the information, make that information into the knowledge, and this knowledge is nothing but any plans. Plans is nothing but any graphical representation. This is the leader dashboard. today's January 2022 up to date. Next one is what is Power BI? The main and most important thing. Why we need to be learn Power BI? From the today IT market sector, there is a lot of people may have to the shift their technologies. Maybe some of the people has to be the non-IT side. Maybe some of them has to be the working from the any backend, maybe any testing side. They need to be convert into the any development side. Any development side. Maybe they need from higher salaries. These are the lot of questions they are. These are the lot of questions will be arising there. This is the Microsoft Power BI will be the solution of all of these questions. Why we need to learn the Microsoft Power BI? I already told before that the user interface of a BI tools in the Microsoft Power BI, it is to be the very useful to the each and every person, each and every new user without knowing the prior knowledge of a Power BI. We can have to learn this BI desktop within the few days, within the few months, without any support to the others. We can have to be understanding and each and every concept in the BI tool is to be very easy. That's why everyone has to be the preferred for the Power BI desktop. Let me know the one more time. BI Power BI desktop is not a non-coding tool. There is a coding part will be there, but the coding is to be the very simple as compared to the other programming languages, Java, Python, or Swift, or any advanced language, AI side, artificial intelligence. This will be the very useful tool. In the Power BI desktop, there is a mostly these components will be we can have to be the observe. If we have to be the get into the any IT industry after the completion of a training, if you are going to be the fresher or any experienced person, we need to be known about these all the things very carefully. Because why? Because if you are going a fresher, that will be the very good. Why? Because means we are starting stage, we can learn daily. Instead of that one, if you are going to the any experienced person more than a 1 year 2 years, you need to know about each and every option in the Power BI desktop. Why? Because directly our IT corporation will be deploying into any project. In that project we need to be developing our own side. Okay, no one can have to be the help in that particular thing. Okay, in that Power BI desktop is to be the one of the tool. Let me show you. Here you can see this is a Power BI desktop from the entire tool. In this Power BI desktop, we need to be know the each and every option from the file, home, start, insert, modeling views. What is this happen, this panel, and why this visualization pane, why it is the selection pane. We need to be know the each and every option from here. Okay. Meeting will be ended. Guys, the meeting will be ended from the next 10 minutes. You need to rejoin from the same link. Okay. The next thing is Power BI services. Power BI service is nothing but this is the cloud platform. This is the online. This is the Google platform. We can show in. We can access the Power BI services directly from the Chrome itself. Okay. In that Power BI service, we can have to be seen from the utmost last. It will be not required for now. It will be required from the at last. We need to be seen from the end. Dashboards is related to the Power BI service. These dashboards are not created in the Power BI desktop side. These dashboards will be created in the Power BI services in the cloud side. The visualization means we in the Power BI desktop only we can make the data and data into the visualization. In the gateways, this gateway system there is a two gateways will be there. On-premises personal gateway OT, on-premises on-premises gateway, the second one. These two gateway systems are very important. We can discuss in the Power BI services from the utmost last. The mobile apps. The mobile apps will, okay, I will show you here. Here we can see here the mobile layout option will be there. This is the mobile layout. We can discuss in the later. It will be not required now. Why we need the mobile layout means some of times the client any of the client will be required. I need to be showcase the mobile also. The entire report will be I need to be show in the mobile layout. In such a scenarios we need to developing our reports into the as per the mobile layout, like the mobile resolution will be there now, like 6 inches like that. The particular size we have to be developing the reports to the in the mobile layout. Dashboard will be seen in the services. Mobile apps will be seen in some next later. Data set. The one of the most important thing is data. This data sets, how we can how to import the data and how it will be the look like, we will be discussing the later from the next classes. Reports. Reports are to be the developing. Whatever the I will show you here. Here we can see there is a page 1, page 2, page 3 and page 4, page 5. This is the single page report. This is the multiple page report, and from this entirely we can save into the one file. This multiple pages report we call as a report. Okay. Further classes we will be discuss about more about this one. From now main agenda is introduction of a Power BI, how to get started into the Power BI side, and installing and configuration of a Power BI into our Power BI into our system, and getting the transform of a data. Is there any Power BI updates like that? The main agenda of our Power BI side. We need to be know about the what is Power BI before we are going to be starting enter into the Power BI desktop from the developing of a report. We need to be know about the what is Power BI, how to sign up. We from there is a 3 license will be there in the Power BI: Power BI Free, Power BI Pro, Power BI Premium. I will be tell you in the separate class from the difference between the 3 license, how we can have to be sign up and download and install of a Power BI and prepare data. Also, I will be tell you some next class. What is the next with the Power BI? We need to be seen from now. What is the Power BI? The main and important thing is why we need to be use the Power BI. Already I told in the previously. What is Power BI? Power BI is nothing but getting the raw data from the multiple sources. I will be tell you given practically. Go to the this one. In the home tab, we have get option will be there. In this get option, if you have seen, this is the data sources: Excel works, Power Database, Power Data Flow, Data works, SQL Server, Analysis Service, text and CSV format, web. So this is the if we have to select the more option, we can have to be seen some lot of other data sources will be there. We can have to be get the data from the multiple sources. Wait, it will be loading. I will show here. Here we can see the pop-up window will be appear. There are a lot of databases will be there. These all the databases, we can connect the data into the Power BI desktop. After we can load the databases, the data will be shown here in the field format. Based on the field formats, we can have to be the create some measures based on the DAX, as well as the calculated columns using the DAX measures, and we can have to be the create some visual representation here, and this is a similar to take a visual representation and understanding the data, and we can have to be publish this report to the business users. This every part is to be done in the Power BI desktop. This will be called as a Power BI. I will be giving the simple reasons. Getting the data from the some thousands, from not a thousands, from the hundreds of a data sources into make into the power load into the Power BI desktop, and we can have to make the data into the more insight to the useful information, like make some transformations. After the transformation, we can have to be the develop any new measures or calculated columns based on the business requirements. After that, based on the data, we need to developing the model. After the model, we are going to be prepared and we are going to be develop a report based on some visuals, some collection of the visuals. These are all the parts will be known as a Power BI. Okay, the Power BI is one of the business analytical solution or a business intelligence tool that will be make you to the raw data into the visual representation that will be the make you understand of an organization growth. Maybe any decision making changes will be needed for organization. The Power BI desktop will be given more help to you. That is a Power BI. Next, what is the entire architecture of a Power BI? If you guys are observe here, this 3 minutes will be there. If you guys are to be seen here, the the entire architecture of a Power BI. This is SQL, CSV, XLX, and Power Query. If you have seen here, these are all the multiple data sources. Based on these are the multiple data sources. We are directly get the data into the Power BI desktop. Based on the data, we can have to be done some transformations. After the transformation, we need to be develop the reports into some visualization or some collection of visuals. After the reports is developed, we need to publish these reports directly into the Power BI services. This is Power BI service is a cloud platform. We need to discuss in the later from the upcoming classes. After this publishing of the reports into the Power BI service, in this Power BI service reports, publisher report, we need to be develop a dashboard. These dashboards is to be developed only from the Power BI service, not in the desktop side. These dashboards only we can have to be given to the end users from the client, maybe any business users. Okay, this is the entire architecture. First, we need to be get the data, raw data from the multiple users into the Power BI desktop. Then we need to develop the reports, and developing reports will be published into the services cloud platform, and these publisher reports will be developed into the dashboards. After the dashboards will be, we can have to be shared to the end user like client side. The main important components of a Power BI. This is the main important thing we need to be learn. We need to know about thing. The Power BI desktop. In the as a BI developer, we need to be know about the. I am already know about. I have already said that as a BI developer, we need to be know about each and every component of a Power BI. Each and every option of your Power BI, we need to learn. In this Power BI desktop, there is a charts will be there, graphs will be there, reports will be there. In this Power BI service is another component. Power BI desktop is nothing but this is the Power BI desktop. This is the one of the component as we need to know about the BI tool. And the second one is there is a mobile layout will be there. In this mobile layout here we can already see that mobile layout will be seen from the next classes. Guys, please join again from the same call.